Can you imagine your life when you are just a girl in the world? Your father is a Chinese ambassador. Your boyfriend is a CIA agent. Your wannabe boyfriend is the daughter of a crime family. And your bestie is an MI6 agent. I will watch anything with Keira Knightley. So of course I'm gonna watch a UK spy thriller TV show taking place during Christmas because she's in it. Hello, my name is Joe. I review, things online and give my delusional theories. And guys, I have one delusional theory for this TV show, and let me tell you, it's not gonna come out to be true. Because when do they? Anyway, I just finished watching Black Doves, and I was surprised because I enjoyed it. The first episode is kind of a little bit boring, but then it picks up and you just kind of want to know. It's one of those shows that you keep watching and you keep watching and you keep watching because you just need to know. Black Doves is about, the Black Dove organization, which is, it's an organization of spies, not assassins. That's a very important distinction. It's an organization of spies that doesn't work for any specific government or agency. They are a capitalist spy organization that works for the highest bidder. So whoever pays them the most money, they give them the information that they steal from governments. In this season, we see them operating in England, but I'm assuming that they operate in other locations as well and have agents, Black Doves, in other places as well. It's not a female-only organization because we meet a man that was in the Black Doves and then he's not, named Sam. Sam is the bestie of the main character, Keira Knightley, named Helen. Helen is recruited to be a Black Dove. Well, after she applied for a translator's job, and we understand at that point in the show that Helen really had a hard life. Before being Helen, she was Daisy. Before being Daisy, apparently she was Anna. And the show starts with a bunch of people being assassinated, basically, and the death of an ambassador, a Chinese ambassador. These two things appear initially non-related, but then of course they are related. But that's the situation, okay? Ellen is a Black Dove. She's a spy for a capitalist organization that sells information to everyone. And her cover is that she's married to an English politician. She has 2 kids, twins, about 8 years old, I think. 7, actually, exactly, 7 years old. And she has a bestie whose name is Sam, who used to be a Black Dove, aka a spy, but now is an assassin. Sam has been MIA for 7 years because something happened, and then he comes back and something is going to happen again, basically. So over the course of the season, it's 6 episodes, they unravel the mystery between the death of those 3 people and the death of the ambassador. It's all connected. I'm going to spoil it to you, so if you want to skip ahead. But basically, the ambassador died by accident because he was trying to protect his daughter from her friend drug dealer. And the friend drug dealer kind of pushed him, pushed the Chinese ambassador. And he kind of fell weird and died. Basically, it was an accident. But the thing is, it turns out this idiot drug dealer is not even a drug dealer. He was just getting drugs for that girl, the daughter of the Chinese ambassador, because he liked her. And this is the kind of screwed up morals you will see in Black Doves. And what happened was that this drug dealer, who is not a drug dealer, idiot, is the son of a mob boss, which is the Clark family, which is one of the most, as we understand in the show, one of the most powerful crime organizations in the world, apparently. And of course, fake drug dealer kills accidentally the father of his fake girlfriend or wannabe girlfriend and then calls mommy, crime lord mommy, and says, I screwed up. Please come help me. and help him she does. She fixes the whole thing, and oh, by the way, who did she call to fix the whole thing? So basically, the English Prime Minister and the people around him were in bed with a crime family that runs the country. Basically, that's the story. But then it gets even more convoluted because apparently one of the friends of this daughter of the Chinese ambassador, one of her friends were spying on her and selling stuff to tabloids. So she had a video camera, and the video camera accidentally, it was right there, recorded the death of the ambassador by being pushed by the fake drug dealer. And then it got even more complicated because the boyfriend of this girl who the drug dealer was a fake drug dealer was trying to date, her boyfriend is a CIA agent who got involved in it somehow, ran away, and everyone thought he was the one who killed the ambassador. And then it got even more complicated because her BFF, her bestie of the daughter of the Chinese ambassador, her BFF, was an MI6 agent. Can you imagine your life when you are just a girl in the world, your father is a Chinese ambassador, your boyfriend is a CIA agent, your wannabe boyfriend is the daughter of a crime family, and your bestie is an MI6 agent? And then, at the end, who does she end up with? Who are her friends? 2 assassins. But let's get there. Anyway, the Chinese ambassador told her wannabe boyfriend, fake drug dealer, no more drugs for my daughter. And then the fake drug dealer was like, poof, and the Chinese ambassador died. Then the girl's boyfriend, the CIA agent, thought he was in trouble. He ran away. He ran to he ran to the American embassy, and everyone thought he did it, but he didn't do it. And then this girl's bestie, the MI6 agent, she got the camera and she was like, something is wrong. So she went to talk to the journalist who she usually sells this stuff to, because he needed to know not to touch this video, and she brought with her another MI6 agent. Who is this MI6 agent that she brought with her to the meeting? The lover of Keira Knightley. Yes, the lover of Keira Knightley. And that was just because you could tell from the beginning, if Keira Knightley has a lover that leaves her a random bracelet just before he gets shot, you know for a fact that man is not innocent. Like, that bracelet either has the recording device or is a clue to the recording device. That, like, the first time I saw that bracelet, because this entire season is them trying to find this recording device who recorded the death, to figure out what the hell happened to the ambassador, because in the beginning, no one knows. Everyone thinks that the Americans did it, the English don't know who did it, the Chinese are a mess, no one knows who did it, no one knows because no one has this recording device. So the whole season, we're after this damn recording device. And I lost my train of thought. Okay, give me a second. So the person who has a recording device is the Chinese ambassador's daughter, Bestie, who is an MI6 agent. She brings it to her other MI6 agent, who is the lover of Keira Knightley, Helen, the spy. But she doesn't know that he is MI6. She thinks he's just a worker, like a civil servant, a worker for the government. And after they meet the Carter family, who was cleaning the scene of the ambassador because the idiot son of the Clark. God damn it. The idiot son of the Clark boss killed the ambassador. So they were cleaning the scene. So of course, they have eyes on these 2 MI6 agents and this journalist. So what do? What we see in the first episode. They poo-poo them, basically. And this is where the TV show starts. This is where the season starts. It's Keira Knightley discovering that her boo, without her knowing he was an MI6 agent, Keira Knightley finds out her boo was poo-pooed. And she finds out her boo was poo-pooed right before they were supposed to run away. Yeah. And that's the season. She spends the entire season looking at clues, trying to find out what the hell happened, and trying to find this recording device. A lot of shenanigans happen between the Clarks and the Black Doves and the assassin organization that exists somewhere in there, and the MI6 and the Chinese intelligence and the CIA and the Americans and the English. A lot happens. It's a mess. Watch it. Bottom line is, this is a great show. First episode, bit boring. Everything else was a great show. Like, I made notes about it because there was one specific episode. Yeah. In episode 3, they played ex-ambassadors renegades. That was brutal to my soul. Point 1. Point 2, the assassins, most of the assassins we see in this show are women, are villanelle type women, and you could just tell that they were kind of like, you know? But it was still very enjoyable to watch, and the main assassin, apart from Sam, who is Keira Knightley's bestie, the other main assassin is this girl who is very much like villanelle, and now I want to rewatch Killing Eve. That's the problem with these English shows. They're too good. And then they want to make me watch the other one and the next one and the next one. And I'm going to be like it during Christmas Eve, having watched, well, now Black Doves, Killing Eve, Sherlock, and Fleabag. Another note that I made was that the cinematography was really nice. Like, you know, that typical greenish red crime, underground crime lords type of cinematography with a really dark, like, city light, with a really dark night in the city, and then really well lit certain parts of it with this creepy atmosphere where you think maybe you won't die, but you'll be tortured enough, something like that. That was the atmosphere, and it was really nice. Cinematography was great. Another thing, if you've watched the show and you've seen and you've seen the scene in the stairs where Sam and Michael are escaping 7 years ago, and it's playing romantic music. Criminal. Completely criminal. But I ate it up. Very much Villanelle and Eve jumping off of that ship. In episode 4, we get this bang-ass quote that basically spoils the Prime Minister's involvement with the Clarks. But he says to Keira Knightley's husband, because he's a minister right now, but he probably is going to be Prime Minister eventually. And the current Prime Minister tells Keira Knightley's husband, "You want my job, don't you? The world is not what you think it is, and it doesn't work how you think it works." Basically, is the clue that we get as the audience that this man is not doing his job as Prime Minister, that this man is in league with the mob crime family and potentially other people, basically. Love that quote. And then episode 5 is just funny. It's so funny. And we get this moment when a shootout is happening in an apartment. We don't see it. We just see it from the outside, very comically. And there's this one passage when, well, first of all, it's funny that the antagonists, as in Lioness, here are also the Chinese. And then in the end, it's not the Chinese at all. It's a crime mob family from England who's the problem. But I thought that was really funny because in Lioness, the Chinese are supposedly the problem, but we all know that, well, and here the Chinese are supposedly the problem, but they aren't in the end. So that was funny to me. And secondly, Keira Knightley, being the spy that she is collaborating with a CIA agent to go help some other people, like some assassins. And when the shootout is happening, one of the assassins goes to rescue the other assassins, and Keira Knightley stays in the car with the CIA agent. And the CIA agent is reacting as if he's never been in a shootout before. He's like, and Keira Knightley literally says to him, "Don't you guys have training for this?" And that was so funny, given that we've just come off of watching Lioness and we know perfectly well how untrained they are for their missions. Or either they are untrained, or they are trained in 2 days in a brutal way by simulating essay. Overall, it was an incredibly enjoyable season of television to watch. Much better than Lioness, let's be honest. Not as good as Villanelle, let's also be honest. And do you know what I was paying a lot of attention to was the fact that these assassins, these spies, they often get in fights and they get into trouble and they have to kill people, basically. They have to off a lot of people. There are shootouts, there are fights, body fights. And the feeling that I had with the way that they react to these situations, because they're very nonchalant about it. Like, if they end up a fight with the body in a shed, they just call someone, "Hey, can you come clean up, this body?" They're very John Wick about it, basically. And to me, it gives me the same feeling as watching the vampires in Interview with a Vampire, because the way that they interact with the humans is as if they are a completely different species in that show, but in Black Doves it feels like that as well. They interact with the humans as if they are completely different species, like as if this crime underground world of spies, assassins, crime organizations, and corrupt governments is operating on a level higher than everyone else. This is what it feels like to watch the show. This is the thing I find interesting, is that there are a lot of worlds on top of our world. Like, most people live down here. We don't have much, we don't earn much, we spend our entire lifetime in one social class, maybe we can climb to the next social class. Most of us live here. Above here, there are rich people, then richer and richer and richer, and then above everyone else are those people who do not live by the law at all, because they exist. And this show showing us the world of spies and crime lords and whatever, and it's very dramatized and exaggerated and everything, I'm sure, but it just gives you that feeling of what it is like to live above everyone else, like on a completely different level of rules and laws and social organization. And it's just, to me, is insane to witness. But in episode 5 and 6, hella fun. Now, my season 2 predictions, because of course there will be a season 2, is that Helen is going to be Helen is going to be in Downing Street. She's going to be, how do you call that? Well, the wife of the Prime Minister. The Clarks are going to make a mess, and it's going to be really funny, because the Clarks are fun. And this is my crazy theory for this TV show. I think the husband knows. I think he knows she's a spy. I think he knows. Because throughout the entire season, we don't get to know much about him, but he's a politician. Let's be fair. He's a politician. He knows. He knows more than he's saying. He's not innocent. And the entire season, he's played, to the very end, he's played as an innocent man. But when that girl spy was trying to hit on him, he caught her. And he was like, "This is not gonna happen." When what was the guy? The American CIA agent or something like that was talking to him about everything that happened at the end and telling him that the Prime Minister is involved with the Clarks and all of this, he didn't budge. He was like, what are you talking about? I don't know anything. And he's again played like innocently, but I think he knows. I think he knows the prime minister was in bed with the Clarks. I think he knows his wife is a black dove. I think he knows all that is going on. I think he knows. That's my theory. That's my delusional theory for season 1. And in season 2, I hope this is revealed in the most awesome way, where Keira Knightley's character, Ellen, is like in serious danger or is close to death or something like that, and he appears like, bitch, I've always known. Who are you trying to hide your secrets from? I'm a politician, I'm corrupt, and I know things. That's what I expect. Let's see. Thank you for watching. See you eventually. Comment your delusional theories and also give me recommendations of other shows like this to watch. I know Slow Horses is one of them. Is there any other you want me to watch like this? Because I'm quite at my leisure.